This is Match Week. You are joined by myself, Artie Amini. We discuss everything soccer from the highs and the lows in the sporting week to the news that is relevant to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, today here on WMSC 90.3 FM, we are joined by the one, the only, Avante Mullings. Avante, how we doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We appreciate you staying after because we know it's been a hot day today here at the Rebels facility. Real doozy. You guys are used to wearing the quarter zips, long sleeves, being a little chilly. Now we're out in the warm weather. How we feeling?
Exactly. Oh, it's definitely change the scenery for sure. But good that had a good session. I just said that and I could cool off and enjoy the rest of the day.
I mean, yeah, speaking about you, though, I mean, you're used to the colder environment, though, no? I mean, you're coming here from Canada, Ontario guy, playing over there, sort of being used to the cold, and obviously in college, we see you go all the way to Florida, so we know you wanted that warm weather. You've been wanting that for a while now.
Oh, exactly.
So, Avante, here's a couple questions we lined up. So, starting out at Northview Heights, right? You were there, you played also at an academy team at the same time for FC Durham. 11 goals, you're at this system right now, you're known to being a right back, but in your prior career, what was your primary position?
Oh, I was an attacking player, right forward or winger. Really just looking to be dangerous in the final third and create havoc and, score goals was my forte.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because, of course, scoring goals now, this is where you the goals start to get up another level because when you play here at Gulf Coast in Florida, you got 28 goals and 7 assists within a 4-year period. And even though it's still a college level, only 57 appearances, it's still, do quick math here because my brain's slow. It's still, 35 goal contributions, which is 57 appearances is not bad.
So, yeah, I think, grateful for my time there and for them to allow me to, showcase my abilities, especially being being an international student and a player, just grateful for the school and, I really tried, to show out in another country, in another environment with a different culture. And, I think it went well.
Now, so just going into it, we have here that, it came from Seattle Sounders, U23s, and then coming in here to Rebels. What's the big difference you've sort of seen in the development?
I'd say it's a different type of, structure and within the club. Obviously, different type of style of play. Red Bull a bit more pressing and a bit more intense in terms of we want to win the ball, we want to press, and we want to score goals as quick as possible. And I felt that the more I played within the system, the more I've developed and become a more complete player in the sense because this is one of the harder systems to play in because it's not easy at all. You can ask guys around. Seattle Sounders are just more build-up play and more possession-based and, no rush. I mean, I'm not saying that we rush here, but we just want to score as much goals as we can as fast as possible.
So obviously, with being the Rebel brand, it's known as the Gegenpress, right? Coming from Germany, playing in Austria, having that system that's built out throughout numerous clubs, not even just here in New York. What type of pressure does that put on you? Because realistically, you're holding a holistic standard that's built out through a whole entire club system and a whole system of clubs instead of just being like an individualistic type thing that we saw at Seattle.
No, you make a great point, and that's when the performance comes in, and you got to be able to not only perform your role, but perform within the style of the team and be able to contribute positively. And because, within the times of the game, things can get expansive and things can stretch out, but you got to remain, safe and strong and, remain sound in your structure. And ultimately, things will work out in your favor.
Now, here's a question we have for you. You're here at Rebels, you get drafted, but you're playing in a different position than usual, right? You're at the right back slot. Now, do you sort of understand where that position is coming from? Is it something that you prefer? Do you see yourself finding more to be a forward option, or do you find yourself sort of being that deep block right back?
I find myself, I could be both depending on the situation of the game. I find myself, I try my best to get in a lot of attacking positions and being another offensive, weapon for our team. And I got to be that, strong, safe, defensive right back and to hold things down in the back and protect the goal.
Precisely, because even though we've seen it in the games, if just on the eye test alone, you still see that little forward spark in you. You catch yourself. You're like, I got to hold off. I got to trust everyone else in the build-up.
Right.
But do you see yourself maybe being deployed more in the forward line in the future?
I definitely see that. I definitely see myself, growing more with not only within the position, but my quality will show more throughout more games I play, and that'll get me further up the field.
Because the one thing that we can notice, and I sort of understand where Coach Ibrahim is coming from in the position change, is because your footballing IQ is there. You see it in games. You see the predicted runs of where people are coming, the way how you speak and organize the back line. Even in training to when you're playing in the back or when you're playing more up front, making the runs, you see things differently than a lot of people. And what do you contribute that to? Is that from a younger age being developed, how you developed in Canada in comparison to how you can develop in the U.S.? Or is it how you were at the Sounders, you pick something up there, or was it in college? Where was it that sort of makes that difference for you?
I think it was a lot of my upbringings really contributed to, my overall package as a player and my attacking ability. A lot of my younger coaches, tried to help me see the game differently, and throughout college and all the different ranks of, places of where I've played throughout my career, they really, taught me different things, and I just tried to keep it with me and leave it out and show it on the field everywhere and each day, and I just try and do that.
So I've been on Twitter, messing around, looking at some fan comments, and I want to know if you consider this disrespectful or not. The fans are considering you a Wan-Bissaka type, someone who went from being a forward, playing at right back, sort of revitalizing their career in the back line. Is that disrespectful to you? I want to know.
I've never heard of that one before.
I saw it on Twitter, and
I never actually heard of that.
Because what it is, I saw it on Twitter, and being the United fan I am, I saw that, and I was like, I understand it, but that's a tad bit disrespectful right there.
I mean, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there just yet, but that's definitely first. I've definitely heard that one. That was definitely new for sure.
I thought, you'd like to hear something different because, I don't think anyone ever compares you to that.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
And then nowadays, you don't know if that's an insult or a comment. So.
I really don't. I don't know how to really take that one. I don't know who really said that, but it's okay.
You know what? He's going to go to Twitter now. He's going to find you. All right. Red Bull fan 124 on Twitter. Be careful. No. But seriously, so we've seen this within the game, right? So you're playing gegenpress, you're playing in the back line, the way how you step up. So it's meant to be a bit different because we see a lot of the midfielders dropping in, rotating out of the center backs and things like that. And with you being sort of like at that right back slot and playing a bit higher in a higher press, do you see yourself more as a fullback or outside midfielder, or do you still see yourself as like a traditional right back?
I mean, within like different moments of the game, and also it depends on the opponents and their structure as well. We always try to find ways to have our outside wing backs, left and right backs, to be on the jump, and we try and do a lot of forechecking and just read the plays and anticipate. And for those reasons, I wouldn't say I'm an attacking right back, or I wouldn't put a title on it, because I do both, and I have to do both throughout the course of the game. And I would say it's really just kind of analyzing the situation and trying to, go best off that, and then ways you can help the team.
So just from a personal standpoint for you, what's your objective for the rest of the season? Like, what for you, it's like, what's your personal, like, you're Avante, right? It's you in your head. What's the personal goal you look for outside of each game?
Outside of each game, I'm definitely looking to providing either an assist or a goal. I definitely know I have the capabilities to do so at any moment in time, and it's really defensively to not get beat and just really help organize. I feel like once we are organized, we are tough to beat, and we've showed that even though through the few games we've played so far. And that's really my goal, is to try and be as attack minded and as defensive minded as well rounded.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself within this Red Bull system in the next few years? Do you still think that there's more to be left to desired within the Red Bull 2 league with MLS Next Pro and how it's developing? Or do you see yourself as a first team player within the next few years?
I definitely see obviously that's the goal. You want to get into the first team locker room, and that's the mindset walking into, these doors every day before a training session, is to, try and get better than the day before, and, hopefully work towards that goal. So that's always been the goal, and that'll always be the goal until it happens one day.
Now, we have some little bit of personal questions here for you in the locker room. So when it comes to the Red Bull 2 locker room, It's game day.
Yes, sir.
Who is the DJ in the locker room? Who's the one bumping the music, get the people going?
We got Curtis on the aux.
Curtis on the aux. Okay. What's he playing? What's some of those songs that get you guys going for it?
Nah, he's a little bit of everything, because we got a lot of international guys too, but we really kind of have it like a DJing thing where a lot of guys could put request of songs if they want a song to be played, and we try and make sure everyone's good and in the right mindset and in the right vibe before the game, and because we want to make everyone happy. We're all family here.
Yeah. So if you guys are listening right now, so go to Spotify. There's a shared playlist for everybody. The Rebel 2 Hype. So if you want to hear that, go check it out. Check it out if you'd like to. No call to actions here. And the second thing is, so we've done the post game matches. You've seen us there. Our ugly mugs were around sometimes, and we want to know. So who do you consider the most fashionable in the locker room, and who's the least fashionable in the locker room?
Most fashionable.
Like, who's drippy? Like, they walk out like, okay, we just gotta have a game. How are you dripped to the nines right now?
I would say I'm drippy.
Okay.
Drippy.
Yeah,
I would say I'm drippy.
I mean, you can say it right now.
Yeah, I would say I'm drippy.
Easy slides, I'll take it.
Someday, do this type of day. But worst dress, I wouldn't say there's really a worst dress. Like, guys really have their different styles from where they come from and how they feel comfortable. I wouldn't say there's really a worst dress, because a lot of the guys really got like nice styles. It's just different, It's nice to see that though, because it's good to see guys expressing themselves in fashion and stuff like that. I like that stuff.
I would say, because I'm not gonna say who it is, but we talked to them before. We've seen them in the post game. I'm not gonna lie, it's like how are you getting away with it? I'm not saying anything. I want to come back here and have players want to talk to me. All right, different story. They'll be mad at you for weeks, like, oh, it's Avante, whatever. They'll look at me and be like, get this media guy out of here. Like, what is he doing, bro? Waste of time. No. And another question. Outside of the Red Bulls, obviously, Red Bulls till we die, who is your team you support? Boyhood club you love to the nines?
Oh, it's Chelsea FC.
All right, guys, we're wrapping up today. All right, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, next year.
Right, so, what was that moment that was like, wow, Chelsea Football Club, that's it for me?
I remember as a younger, I'd watch the Blues, and I would see Didier Drogba. I was a striker, of course, and I would watch a lot of great strikers at the time. And Didier Drogba, he was flashy, he was poised, he was elegant in his play, and that was something that I wanted to put forward in my game. And I tried to take different things out of his game and put it into mine. And he was someone that I really seen, and that the club was winning, and at the time, of course. But I was seeing him, and then something I really wanted to implement in my game, and kind of something I want to put forward to.
So then, obviously, you say you're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
Sadly,
sorry guys.
You see what's going on.
Yes, unfortunately.
We're gonna throw a hypothetical at you.
Yeah, let's do it.
You've taken over as Chelsea manager, 22 years old, doesn't matter. It makes sense. You're your player coach, still play for the Red Bulls, and you're at Chelsea right now. Next game's lineup coming up. Who is your guaranteed starting 11?
My guaranteed starting 11. Yeah, I'm going Mendy in net.
Okay.
I'm going Reece James, Silva. I'm going
I can throw you a bone if you want. There's a new transfer in January, the French guy coming from Monaco.
Oh, yes.
Badia Chile.
Right back, no?
Not a center back.
Center back?
Playing the back three with Thiago and Fofana.
See, you see, it's tough because with the Blues, I feel like, okay, you're right. You got a point there. You do got a point there. See, my thing is, though, when I see Chelsea play, I like the wing backs. I like the wing back system, yeah. But I just feel like they don't execute.
They look lost.
Way.
You can say that they look lost
In the best way.
Yeah.
I say it that way, but I feel like they also don't execute. I mean, it's not like they're not creating chances, but they're not creating clear cut and the best chances. And it's not like they don't have the quality.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely do. But for lineup, okay, I'll go Fofana, Silva, and like you said, the new transfer. I'll go Chilwell, left wing back, James, right wing back. I'm going Conte. I'm going 3-5-2. I'm going Conte and Enzo. And I'm going 10. I'm going Felix.
Okay.
I'm going Felix as 10. And my 9s, I would like. Ooh, here it gets tricky, yeah.
No, they've been performing.
Here it gets tricky, yeah. I'm going Havertz.
Okay. We can't believe me. They have like 45 players in the roster, so it's like it's really hard to pick.
No, exactly. And you want to pick the strongest lineup, yeah.
Because there's still Aubameyang there. Fofana they just signed, young kid. Boria, if he's fit, still an option. The Albanians, you gotta trust us.
I'm gonna go Sterling on a good day.
Sterling on a good day, okay.
Sterling on a good day for real.
I respect that. So Todd Bowley, Frank Lampard, you heard him. Make sure you make that choices now.
Make those decisions ASAP.
Even James Corden, when you and Bowley have some coffee, make sure you help make decisions as well, please.
ASAP.
I can't with that. I really can't. So any final words for the season? What is your end goal? What do you think Rebels is going to do and achieve?
I think we make playoffs at the end of the year and we make a run. I believe we got the roster to do it. I believe we're coming into more of who we are and more of who we can be each week, which is exciting. And I feel a strong team going forward, not only in the locker room but on the pitch. We're together, a family, and we get results. And that's going to be the main thing forward, is getting results the rest of the season, and that's what we're working forward to.
Okay, Vante, thank you for coming. We appreciate you. I'm gonna have a bet right now between me and the rest of the guys. Over under goals and assists. What do you think would be the rational baseline of what we should do? Like, what do you think? Over 5 plus or over less?
For me?
Yeah, for you. Over under.
Oh, I say over.
Goals and assists. What total? Like what number do you think is like it's fair for them to base it off of, or for the over under?
Total combined.
Yeah.
I'd say over, like 6.
Okay. Over under 6 or below. And I'm gonna come back here towards the end of the season.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna have the clip ready while we're doing the post training interviews, and I'll be like, Avante, I'm gonna call you out right now. And either or, it's gonna be it. I'll say it. I'll let you know. I'll keep you on it. Avante, we appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. You've been listening to WMSC 90.3 FM. We've been joined by Avante Mullings. My name is Artie Meany. Have a good one. Bye.